We're here to review now, even though we're a little behind, but we're going to start getting caught up and get it rolling. We're here to review Smile 2. All right. This is actually a highly anticipated sequel, which, of course, your boy did not watch, but I am here to discuss this movie with these bold, beautiful people. Okay. The original Smile came out in 2022. And basically, if you don't know, if you haven't seen it, that one is about a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient. Psychiatric becomes increasingly convinced she is being threatened by an uncanny entity that tends to smile. And now here we are with the sequel that just came out a week ago. Was it a week ago?
I think it was.
I think so.
It was about a week ago. All right. So
About a week ago.
a global pop sensation, Sky Riley begins experiencing increasingly terrifying and inexplainable events, overwhelmed by escalating horrors and pressures. Damn, this is actually pretty long. Horrors and pressures of fame. Sky is forced to face her past. That's these. Who's ever doing these on IMDb? They seem to miss the mark on what the movies. But I'm just gonna start going to Google, going for it. It makes me look silly. All right, so. Mayte, why don't you tell me what your initial impression was of Smile 2 when you found out it was coming out?
I was excited. Horror movies is my go-to. So, in the first one, I know a lot of people didn't like the ending. It was just, but I like, the whole concept of the movie. The smiles, creepy.
So you were just excited all about it, couldn't wait for to get in that theater and watch it. I feel you.
Yeah.
How about you, Dad Panther? What was your initial impression?
I looked at it as that I enjoyed the first one. The first one I think still is on the top 5 of the scariest movies by heart rate and science. So I'm like, I enjoyed that, but it's hard for a horror movie to bring it twice. It's tough for what it is to keep people scared, and the expectation was low. I thought it was going to be some interesting kills, but other than that, I didn't know how they were going to really milk this for an additional movie. So,
oh wow, okay, nice. So one that was extremely excited, one that had low expectations. So this review is going to be interesting. And again, as I mentioned, I did not watch it for fear that it was going to be gory, a little too much for me. See your face. I already know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. The trailer alone made me feel like I don't think I want to do this. So, Mayte, go ahead and give us your highs and lows. Tell us how you feel about the movie.
So the highs, definitely, the gory aspect, creepy aspect. There was a certain scene where it was just very unsettling. I think Dad Panther knows what I'm talking about.
to say the least.
But and it was very dragged out. So it just made it even more, it upped the ante more with that. Lows. I mean, I feel like part of it, like with Trap, there was like a lot of music element to it where it kind of, took away from the movie. I feel like this had a good blend with it. So it's like in the middle of a high and low, because I feel like part of it felt, a little bit more of a music video because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But she is a pop star, so it makes sense.
Okay.
But, for me, in a horror movie, we don't need too much of the choreographic element and dancing. You need only a little bit, not too much.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the lows, I feel like I wanted more, instead of just being too gory, which is good, but I wanted more of like being actually like terrified and creeped out. Like the first one, it creeped me out more than this one. This one was just more gory.
I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Just the whole premise was terrifying, but now that you got there the first one, the studio is probably thinking like, how do we give you that and then up the ante without realizing that sometimes just giving us more of that same element is all you need. So I was worried about that. So you wanted more of that creepy feeling, but I guess the gore kind of balanced it out for you.
Yeah, because I mean, with her being a pop star, it just takes it to like more of a global aspect. So it makes it bigger versus bigger is not always better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe as far as the storyline is, they could have condensed the global aspect, not global, but just the extra audience aspect,
Mhm.
and focus more on her and the storyline on that
I got you.
versus, the pop star element.
All right, Dad Panther. So go ahead and give us your highs and lows.
Okay, so for Scream, or not Scream, it's Smile too. I was thinking about Scream. Now I want to watch Scream or have ice cream. But anyways, for this movie here, the lows of this movie was the fact that they didn't have that same magic from the first movie. While the first movie, like Mayte said, the first movie was more suspenseful. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Again, a top 10 for the heart rate. This one was almost like it was a mixture of the Joker and it was a mixture of Saw. It wanted to do the song and dance element, but it also wanted to gore you and make you turn in the seat and kind of cover your eyes. And then that didn't add for the fear of the horror. I get there's different aspects of it, but that just didn't hit the spot for me. The other low that I would say for this movie was I'm not going to spoil anything, but the ending. The ending of what they have is good and bad. It could set up some things, it could not, but it's like this the second movie where the ending is questionable. Unfortunately, in this early franchise, the highs I would say, I think they did a really good job casting Riley. She did an amazing job throughout the movie. I felt the emotion of what she was portraying, with the elements and other death kills and things that were happening. I thought those were done well. It's just it missed its mark, I felt, of being true to what the first movie was.
Okay, I got you. I got you. So I know you don't want to spoil anything, but do you think that this is going to be something based on how it ended that they're going to continue to do more of, or are you looking forward to them trying again and maybe getting it right a third time?
Without spoiling anything, it feels like the direction they're going is similar to what we see now with Venom. We'll talk about that one, another one. But it made me think Final Destination without spoiling anything. It made me say, hey, look, they can keep going and they've created something that allows them to do some other things. But again, it's going to be completely different from the first two movies, probably.
Okay. How about you, Mate? If they make a third one, are you going to be as excited to give it a shot to see if they maybe bounce back to what you loved in the first one?
I mean, I'll be excited for sure, but I feel like since it's like it went up, then it went down, so hopefully it goes up back again, but you don't want it to be another like, okay, now where the hell are they going,
Yeah, you
So
never can tell with these studios.
especially with this ending, it's like, okay, now what's gonna happen? Because I mean, when you see it, or you won't see it, but
No, I
other
will
people
not.
will see.
But I
And when you
understand.
see it, he's like, no, you won't. You won't see it.
Yeah. But she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to our audience, which I get it. I get
Yes,
it.
that's
All
what I meant.
right.
Like
So
when they see it.
as I mentioned before, we are now on a new show, so we got things have changed, and that is also mean our rating system has changed. I don't have any visuals for you guys yet, but I am going to explain to you how it's going to be going forward for now until I change it. So we are at a 5-point system, right? We'll be offering, instead of stars, we'll be offering accolades as if we're giving out awards or trophies, okay? And the 5 accolade system is number 5, you're giving it 5 accolades if you think it's excellent, a must watch, highly recommended for all viewers. 4 accolades if it's just good, worth watching, but not has some notable flaws. All right. 3 accolades if it's average, okay? Some enjoyable moments, but lacks significant impact. 2 accolades if it's below average, some redeeming qualities, but generally disappointing. And 1 accolade if it's just poor, not good, you wouldn't even recommend. Is everybody okay with that? That information? You guys need me to
Yeah,
repeat it? You good?
I'm good.
I'm
Okay,
good.
so I'm gonna start with you, Maite. How many accolades? What's your rating? How many accolades would you give this movie?
So for me, it's I don't know. I'm in between 3 and 4 because I don't. It's not all the way there for 4, but also I feel like it was more enjoyable than a 3.
Mm.
But I'll probably not to make it very suspenseful, but I'll do.
Dun dun dun.
I have to go with. I'll do a 3.
So you gave it a 3. 3 accolades is pretty average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
It could have been more. I mean, I feel like because I had high expectations,
Hey, we
it's
do it
more
to ourselves all the
drastic.
time. Right, we do it to
Yeah,
ourselves
like
all
I
the
feel
time.
like if I wasn't expecting so much, especially because I really did like the first one, it probably would have been a 4 for me.
Okay.
But I have to go with 3.
I respect
It
the
needed
3.
more.
I respect the 3. Dad Panther, how about you, sir? What is your rating? How many accolades?
I'm just gonna say it's a 3. It's a 3. One of the biggest things on there is there was no notable moments. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything if you don't watch this, other than maybe just the trend. Without spoiling anything, there's something that happens at the end, and the online joke that's happening now on TikTok and them is, what if you were in the bathroom when that happened? If you've ever been to a concert, then you miss that, you know? And it's kind of like this movie. If you miss it, you miss it. And I don't think it, you know, so it's a 3.
All right, so a 3 out of 5 for both of you guys. That's saying something. If you guys have made it this far, let us know if this review has motivated you to go watch it. And if you did go watch it, come back and let us know in the comments. What do you rate it? Again, we got the 5 accolades, 5 being excellent, 4 being good, 3 being average, 2 being below average, and 1 being poor quality, not good, wouldn't recommend. Guys, let us know how you feel. And don't forget to like, subscribe. We are now the Critics Collective, and this was a Smile 2 review. I got Mayte and the Dad Panther. I'm LegacyLingo, and we will see you on the next one.